Hello and welcome back to Marine for TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is Monster the Doctor Zero Energy Edition. Sorry, Zero Sugar Edition. Imagine having a monster that gave you no energy. Anyway, today I've been playing some Green Zoro. I took this to locals yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I went 3-0, played against a yellow Bonnie, an Ace, and a Mirror. Not the biggest event, but still nice to get a dub. I got a really epic Shachi and Penguin winner card that will go in all my RP lore decks. Anyway, so Green Zoro is, I think, solidly the third deck in this format. It's not quite as consistent as Ace and Emu, but you do have a really strong curve, especially if you can high roll a little bit. I have done the video on Zoro before, so I'm not going to go over the deck list for very long. The changes I've made in terms of the 2Ks, I'm now on the Apu. This is like an emergency lore target. It does come up fairly often as that, because your Hiyori is just going to get killed immediately, because it's tap searcher, they always do. Perona is obviously your preferred lore target, and Mihawk's okay. But if you don't have those, then the Apu is like, okay, I'm on 7, you can go Apu, lore, Tashigi. It's just an extra consistency buff. He's not searchable, but it's whatever. Typically with this deck, I'm not searching for 2Ks anyway. The other 2Ks, of course, we've got for the Mihawk, and I've also put the lmao in over the 3-cost Tashigi. 3 Don for that is just, I think, too expensive at the minute. So I've gone with the lmao. He's searchable, and you can play him off lore if you need to, but yeah, the card's not great. It's mostly just searchable. You could play like Shimotsuki Saburo if you prefer, I guess. I've got 2 DMGs. It's a little bit of extra counter, and I do find it comes up fairly often. Quite often decks will have like 2 blockers, 1 Don. So you can just rest one of the blockers, you can rest the Don, and then, as with Zoro, the last blocker, we don't give a shit. Other than that, this is very much the same as last time I played it. We're still doing the lore thing, we're still doing the Zoro off the Mihawk when we can. Emu is definitely the most difficult matchup of the popular decks, I think. If you play against a good Emu player and they just know to starve you, it's incredibly hard to get your high roll curve and can continue that throughout the game. Because seeing Mihawk, Zoro, Koshiro is a great start, but you need to see Tashigi, you need to see the lores. You need to really, really high roll into Emu, and that can be quite tricky when they starve you, because it's just like 2 less cards you're going to see throughout the game. And then at the end of the game, you obviously need to see your restand events. So I do think Emu is the most difficult matchup. I think Ace is your best of the big 3. Definitely still losable, but I would say it's still slightly favoured for Zoro. You just have a really good curve, and you quite like taking first into them. Tashigi on 5, into like lore Tashigi on 7 is just ridiculous. By the time they get to their Whitebeard, you've got, in theory, a really, really wide board, which is going to help you just not care about the Whitebeard. Because they can block like your 7 from Tashigi, but then you go, okay, here's another 7 from Tashigi, here's attack from a lore, here's my leader, here's Johnny. So it's quite good. I'm still on 4 of the Karina because it comes up a lot. Into Emu, you want to see this at the end of the game to rest Walkuri. Into Ace, you want to see this at the end of the game to rest Marco. It's not a card you particularly want to see early too often, but you really want to see it at the end of the game. So I am still on 4, and I'm still learning this deck. I wasn't a Zoro player last format, and whilst Zoro has the stereotype of being a very easy deck to play, I think now that we've got the lore, there is a bit more complexity in it. It's not just swing, swing, swing. It's think a little bit and then swing. But yeah, I'm still getting used to the lines. So if you see any plays in this video that you think I could have made better, let me know. I just want to improve. And here's some games with Green Zoro into the OP13 meta. Got a game to Emu. We are going first. I really do like to high roll, but the Koshiros are very good. The Koshiros are strong. We've got a Tashigi. We don't have the Zoro, though. The Zoro is really good. But we could get a much worse hand in this. Is this playable? I think because double Kosh, it's playable. We will need to draw something else, though. In like 3 turns from now. I think we'll just keep... I think the Koshiro is good enough. I mean, top deck 4-cost Zoro would be just... the GOAT, but you know, it's quite unlikely. But I think Koshiro is enough because we've got 2 of them. 2 Kosh and a Tashigi. Bro, sometimes you just get lucky, huh? He trashed his stage with leader effect. Kept a hand with no searchers. Interesting. Don't know how to feel about that one. If we get a law, this is literally the god hand. But holy shit. What a top deck. Sometimes you just get a bit lucky, right? Saturn is here. Saturn's about to be gone. I wonder if he'll just kill it immediately. I think the best Emu players have worked out that you should just kill your guys immediately. He does. He gets the extra draw. Bro, what is this hand? This hand is insane. This hand is insane. We're still going to play the Shigi. We're still going to play the Shigi. If I had a Cavendish, I would have probably played that over Shigi. But I'm definitely not playing Helmeppo. We'll go 5 here. Then we'll just go with Shigi. Rest nothing. 3 here. And then, does he have never existed? He does have never existed. Okay. Good start from our opponent, but very, very good start from us as well. So, you know. I'm expecting 3 for Mars here. Yep, Mars. Going to blow up Koshiro. That's fine. We have another. Sir, there is another. The difficult thing is, I know he's popped it again, so we don't even need to use the law to Shigi play. We can just play Koshiro. I would like to play the law, but the Koshiro is more important, without a doubt. If this had been Cavendish, amusingly, we could have done both. Because this will, if we pick something up, this will come in tapped. And then it doesn't work, obviously. So as a result, we're going to be going 2 for that. I don't think I want to play Helmeppo. I'm going to go 2 for that, so we've got lots of spare Dons. Let's go 5 with Mihawk. Actually, we could go like 6s. We could go 6, 6, 2, 6, 6, 7, 7. I think that's better than 5s, just because they play a lot of 1Ks. So yeah, we'll go 6s. Shame we don't have another Shigi, and I'm not reusing this one, because we want to play the Koshiro. Did have 2 2Ks there, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll go 7. Okay, he's got a lot of counter, my boy, here. We finally deal A damage. We do get the Koshiro down, which is something. We've got a 2K. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Let's see what opponent goes for here. What was it that he took off? 9 to 7. Is this another Mars? He took 1 Mars. I mean, we don't have the counter for this, so I think we just block this regardless. And then if he has the other Mars, then that will be unfortunate. Okay. Does have the other Mars. Can blow up our Shigi. Right. That's not ideal. That is not ideal. And he... 3 laws with nothing to bounce kind of sucks. I can't lie. Yeah, I think we might be cooked. As much as our start was really good, we've drawn nothing in the mid-game. We've got no restand events. We've got... Yeah, we've just not got anything, really. Yeah, no restand events, no DMG. You never know, he might not have the 10 cost. That is probably the saving grace, right? So I think we attack with these and then go law, pick up law. I'm not even going to bother. We can play the Helmeppo to force him to Mars it, I guess. If he has the 10 cost, we're knackered. We are absolutely knackered. Sixth on for law. I'm just going to continue poking for 2Ks. But this guy's played well. This guy's played very, very well. He knows exactly what he's doing. Grabs a Walkuri, milling Nostro and the KO guy. Okay, I think it was 2 1Ks there. Yeah, he was fearing 9-9 or 8-8, right? I guess we can just pick up the Zoro and play the Zoro again. Yeah, this is just slightly suboptimal, you know. I think we're just going 5 here now. So there's a good chance he has to take this. And he literally has 2 cards, right? And a 1k. Is this last card the Elders, man? I'm going to feel a little bit hard done by if it is. Do you want to play this? I think I do. Is it actually the Elders? What if it's not the Elders? If he doesn't have it, he hasn't slammed it. Concerning. Concerning. No 10 cost is a little crazy. 8 to 6 will go through. Nothing we can do about that. Oh, it is the fucking Elders, bro. And 1 card in hand, and it was the Elders. That's kind of unfortunate, I can't lie. Oh, is he missing? He's missing Peter. What is going on in this game, man? This has been an insane game. Yeah, Mars blows up that. The 4th law, seriously, man? The 4th law. We just can't win here, can we? I mean, he's literally in top deck mode, I guess. Other than Walkery. But our hand is dreadful. Our hand is simply dreadful. With nothing to bounce. Like, I could play Cavendish. I mean, he doesn't have another Elders. If we swing with this, we could pick it back up. Without Cavendish. We'll have 6 done again. We could play another. But for what? And I guess I get another law down, then we can still play the Cavendish. But then we only get to swing 8. So, sorry, 7. So we don't get to do leader effect, which is bad. If we do law, pick up law. God, this is just shit. I probably shouldn't have played that Helmeppo. I probably should have just not played anything off the law. Thinking about it. So how do we play to win, right? We definitely need to play another law. I don't think there is. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think we're just... I do think we are just kind of fucked here. If I play this, I have 6 more done. If we don't leader effect, he gets to save like way too much. We're relying on drawing like a restand event here, I think, and a really Anakuina. We need multiple cards, or him to whiff 10 cost. We have to let this go, but it absorbed a hit, right? It absorbed a hit. We need him to either whiff 10 cost or something like that. Saturn, that's got to get it, right? Well, that will surely get it. Unless he's like bot deck them all early. No, there it is. 5 to 5. We just got to take all of them because we're not going to live 2 more turns. Even if I defend like this one, we're going to be taking this. We're going to be taking the Nosturo. So we're just better off taking every single swing. And just, we need to see Queener and Restand event. We need to see so much, man. We need to see so much. It's not looking good. Only 1 event, though. The others have they never existed. I guess DMG could be pretty useful at this point as well. Tashigi's the next best thing, right? Right. Okay. Taking all those lives helped. So we can rest down the Walkery. That will be 5. 3 Don for restand event. This always just swings 6. And then we have, what, 10, 10, 10? It's 10, 10. 6, 10, 10. But this gets blocked. We need him to not have a 2k, right? Basically. Still bad, isn't it? Yeah. 5. Yeah. Yeah, it's still tough. It's still bad. If this was Karina, we'd have an 11-11, which would have been so much better. Hey ho. We had DMG as well. That could have probably been better because we could rest the Valkyrie and the Don. We would have had a smaller leader, so I don't know. Should always just block this with Mars. This should always be blocked with Mars. Yeah, he knows. Does he have it? He does. Then, yeah, we surely die. Yeah, damn. Really good start. Very close. Very rude opponent there, actually. There's no need for that. Absolutely no need for that. We had a good start, but our mid-game was just not the best. 4 laws and nothing to play off them. What a time to be alive. Yeah, just the fact that they were all bricks. We were like 1k short of saving the Shigi on that one turn. And if we'd saved that, we'd have won the game for sure. Yeah, not sure if there's anything you think I could have done better there. He definitely played well. No discredit from our opponent. He knew to starve. Whiffed a couple things of his own as well. We both sort of whiffed a little bit. He didn't have his Jewish Peter, which probably didn't matter that much in the long run. He might have been able to win last turn off it, but we would have been able to counter those early swings, potentially, so I'm not sure. But yeah, did whiff the Jewish Peter, which was pretty bad. But, yeah, regardless, well played to our opponent. That was a close game. Going into Nami, I'm just going to take first. I haven't played into Nami in a minute, especially not with Zoro, can't lie. No Tashigi, I think we just mulligan this. No Tashigi, no searchers. Well, we've at least got a searcher. We'll play our Hiyori. Let's pass it up. Into Nami, I think we just want to focus on really swinging big, you know? Swinging big is going to be important. Puts it on as leader, as he should. We'll use this. Still no Tashigi. That's a little concerning. It's half tempted to play the Koshiro and then block to use the Hiyori again, actually, here. Because I really would like to see Tashigi. It's quite an important card. It's quite an important card. I think the restand event, the second one could be good. The law could also be good, but we don't have Perona. Let's grab a restand event. I think I will play the Koshiro and block for the Hiyori. So I really want to search again for Tashigi. I think it's going to be very important. Yeah, discards the Shirahoshi. I've seen this. This was in the Japanese list, right? In their format with... They've got the woman set, though, so... But yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, if he does just ram into Hiyori, I will block. We need more search. You know? Feels kind of weird, but I really do think we need another search for Tashigi. Without Tashigi, you know, the deck's a lot worse. Who could have thought? Fordon, I'm assuming we'll see either Hiyori or Kikunojo or Hawkins here. It is Kikunojo. Now we can just go with Cavendish and then still use the Hiyori. Or we can Hiyori try find Karina. I think getting the Cavendish down is good. Because whilst he might have a way to get rid of it, it still gets it on the board, right? Still gets it on the board. And then that forces him to use like 2 Don for something like a Zeus or an Ojiko, when I'm sure he'd rather use Kuma next turn. And if he doesn't have the mounts for this, well, happy days. Still no Tashigi. Okay, that's tough. Well, in that case, I think I'll take... A law? Hopefully we'll find something to do with it. This is not a great start. Can't lie. This is not a great start. See if he's a 2k. No, takes that life. Very nice. We'll take that. He's going to be able to destroy our Hiyori here for sure. And will deal 1 damage. I don't really want to... If it's just like a 6, though, I'll probably counter with the Mihawk. I probably will. Yeah, that's fine. Got a good chance of drawing Tashigi's now, though, right? If this is 6 for Kuma, a Tashigi would go hard if there's 1 in this life. Sometimes you gotta gamble, I think. Sometimes you gotta gamble. Okay, it does trash our life as well. So this Kikunojo's effect is online. We can Apu Law Tashigi. The Apu obviously doesn't do anything, but it gives us a target to bounce for the Law, which is in Cavendish. And I think that is going to be the way. With a Poo, choose nothing. Law, pick up a Poo, play Tashigi, rest this. 1, 2, 3. 6 here, restand 2. Not much point going 6 here because he's probably going to use this anyway. If he defends this, that's fine. I might drop a Koshiro here, or we could just swing guarantee the removal on the Robin and guarantee a damage. I don't think he's removing these with effects that aren't removal because we have a few 2Ks, so I think I'm happy to not play the Koshiro. We'll go 10 to Robin, remove that. The fact that he saved the Robin means that we don't even have to attack the Kikunojo, which is fine, and then we'll do the damage. No triggers, which is lovely. 8 Don, could be Kid, could be another one of these Robins. It's got many choices. But we've got a lot of 2Ks. This Kikunojo probably just going to be a 6 swing, which I will defend. And then we'll see from there. But we've got 2 restand events, so we can afford to be pretty greedy with the restand events now. That Tashigi grab off the life was insane. That was an insane grab. One thing hard, Kuma would be a nice play as well. They do tend to need to heal at least 1 to 2 times in this matchup. Because, well, Zoro typically doesn't love healing, right? Because we do run out of gas later on. So we are going to have to be careful when we use these restand events. But if he is using Kuma for 6 Don, that's fine because he only got 2 more. So it's going to mean it's probably just 6-7. Or 6-6 Slave. Either of which is kind of okay. I don't mind either of those. Raging Tiger. Okay, I wasn't expecting that one. Can't lie. I've not seen many Lamy lists recently, but I did not know they were still on Raging Tiger. Well, I think we don't need anything more than Luffy's the man this turn. So let's counter aggressively, deny him the draw. It's got to be 6, right? It's got to be 6. Surely. Yeah. Yeah, well, of all cards to be playing in this format, Raging Tiger, it must be a Zoro tech, right? Because I guess it's okay into Ace. Another Cavendish was worth playing, I think. That's just a 3 cost, right? Yeah. We'll play that. So that's going to be 3. If we want to restand, that's 3 more. So we can swing 8 here. 8 twice at leader. Or we can go 3 for Cav, 1 on Law. 10-10. Three for Cav, 1 on Law, 2 for Koshiro. 7-8. You'd have to give us 2 cards. And then take. Obviously, we'll get the heal. I think I like that. Keep the restand events for next turn. Should have swung with the Law first. This is a small mistake, actually. Yeah, should have swung with the Law first before playing the Cavendish. That's a mistake. Let's toss a Blaze Slice and a Pudding. Go 8 to 6. See if he wants to defend it. He does. Interesting. Going pretty long cards here, but opting to keep the Kiku. Zeus comes out. Go 8 here. He's going to take. Then we drop the Kosh. I mean, if he has another Raging Tiger, I'd be quite surprised. I'm quite surprised by the 1 Raging Tiger. 2 would be insane. 2 would be insane. Okay, it's just the Whitebeard. That's more what I was expecting. So we're going to see what 8-7. If it actually goes both into this, we can't save this. Just block that. That's quite annoying, actually, that we don't have a 2k here, but it is what it is. Oh, I guess we're restanding, huh? I guess we're restanding, huh? Three, 4, 5, 6. Could double restand this turn. Swing 11, 11, limp 6, 11. It's quite good, because he'll have to block with Newgate. Well, I mean, he'll get no value out of the block with Newgate, excuse me. Quite like this. I think this is a good play. And he only has 3 swings. Do we ever want to swing into this Kiku to play around? No, I think we just go for it for now, right, and see what happens. Like, no, this is actually just a math win, right? Yeah, 2k, 2k, 1k. Yeah, this is just a math win. didn't math it out, right? Yeah, this is literally just a math win. Hey, we'll take it. Nice win against Nami here. And yeah, if he blocks, we just restand, right? It's chill. Who needs a board? Raging Tiger, eat my ass. You need a Kuma. I think you should have played Kuma earlier. Generally, the Kuma is just good for getting the life, but yeah, our board's pretty good. The Raging Tiger turn was interesting, but yeah, I mean, 3 restand events. Not that we needed 3. We only used 2 in the end. Worked out quite nicely for us there. But anyway, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. We're going to go into Roger. He's chosen first. Sorry, he's chosen second, which means I'm really looking for Shigi. Cavendish and Perona isn't bad, though. It's not bad, and we do have a restand event. I think I will keep. Okay, so no to Shigi. I guess it's like a Karina here. Or just a 2k. Probably the 2k. I don't think Queen is actually going to rest very much of relevance. Yeah, we'll just say the Helmeppo there. That's fine. Wish it was a Mihawk 2k, because then we can do the funny Mihawk Zoro play. That's what can you do? But yeah, his rampers aren't that consequential, other than the Gaban. The Gaban's the only really good one. But this Cavendish will probably come in handy. So having a 2k to defend him, not too bad. Buggy shows us the Ramper 2k, very nice. Another Shanks. The Douglas Bullet can be a little annoying. I'm not too concerned. Rayleigh's good. He's really good, in fact. A Poo, yeah, no. We'll go 5-5 here, though. Instead of 8, just to get as many cards as we possibly can out of Roger in the early game. As we don't have any laws yet, I'm not that protective of my Perona. I'd rather get the card, and then it will die to Shanks, but it's not the end of the world. I'll probably take this first swing as well, because we do kind of want to kill Roger quite fast, especially if it's 7. If it's 6... I think we're going to need these 2Ks to save the Cavendish, though. I mean, that's a pretty good grab. Rewarded sometimes. Oh, doesn't even need to swing his Shanks. He has... This one kind of sucks, actually. Yeah, this one does kind of suck. Let's go with this. We stand 2. Because we don't really... We might not... excuse me. We might not want to lore next turn. We might just want to raw to Shigi. Probably will lore, but... There's nothing on the board that we need to take out, right? I don't care for Inuyarashi. Expecting Gaban here. Getting rid of Gaban is good. Getting rid of Gaban is good, but the fact that we've got the Cavendish is going to give us more Dons to get rid of the Gaban. Which is cool. Just the bullets. Okay, does he have a... You don't need another ramp at this point. So you could split with, like, the Inu. Put a couple Dons here, swing 5-7. We'll just swing really large with this, I guess. Yeah, 5-7 I think makes a lot of sense. We'll give a 1k here in the Zoro. His time has come. He's not going to be useful later on. 7... Tempted to counter, but I think we will take so that we can try and defend this Cavendish. We get another 2k, which is good. Okay. Well, the Perona would have been lovely, but we don't have her. That's fine. We'll go with the Apu Lord Shigi play. I do think getting the Law down now is worthwhile. You can have 8 into the... We can have a lot into the bullet, actually. So yeah, let's go Apu. Rest this for a laugh. Law. Pick up this. Play Toshigi. Toshigi. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Then we'll go 6 into leader. Restand 2. We're going to get him to 2 here. We're probably going to get rid of the bullet as well. It's looking pretty good. And we get a 2k there as well. It's great. 10 into bullet. He goes down. Restand. 10 into leader. He takes a life. Very nice. So we've got him to 2 as he goes into a 7 Don turn. Sorry, 7k turn. We do know he has the Rayleigh. That can't rest Law, but not that really matters. He's going to be attacking Cavendish anyway. But does just go with Newgate. 10 to 5. He's at 9's pretty bad. 9's pretty bad for us. But I think we are just going 12-12 here. We can take this. It's fine. Yeah, I think we're literally just going 12-12 here. Oh no, we're in a 9 Don. Only on 9 Don. So it's 11-11. That is kind of, whatever, same kind of thing. Don't have any more restand events is a little bit scary. We can't really split though. These are too weak. They're just too weak. DDs discards the Rayleigh. Sure. Let's go 11 again. Goes down to 1. Okay. See what he's got. Another Newgate. Maybe Shanks this turn. Many options. We've got a lot of counter in our hand. Gonna have to look to defend at least a swing or 2 here, I think. Because this is getting a touch scary. We do have the Law blocker, though. Which we have to be careful about Red Roger around. Rayleigh rests that. Okay, is he going to try and take out Cav? We can't save this. Can we? No, we'd have to give 2-2 Cav. So we'd have 2 2s and 2 1s. No, we can't save this. So let's just let it go. 8 to 5. We'll definitely counter that one. And 9 to 5 I'll take. No trigger. That's a really good card, though. That's a very good card. So this is the 3k event. Start with 7 here. Okay. I think if we can kill one of these... Tricky situation, right? Tricky situation, because I don't want to put him to... We can go... What's this? This is 12-12 into 7. But we know he's a 3k event. So if he has 2k, 1k as well as that, we definitely die. We could swing with Law. And it's 11-11. You'd have to have a 1k. But then you still have the 3k and the 2k, so it's the same difference. We could just swing board here. Could go like... Do we need to keep on one for DMG? If we don't attack him to 0, then no. Right? So we can go 11 here. Maybe he saves it. We can go 11 again. Then we can go restand 11 to Newgate. Probably get the majority of what he's got going on here. And then we don't die to this. We don't die without this because we have 4, 5, 6, 7k and a blocker. His split's bad because he's got to split with Inu. For like 10. Assuming this dies, which it's guaranteed to die. I think I actually like this. 12 to Rayleigh. If this goes down, we attack lead. Okay, now we just attack lead. There's no way he can kill us if he Rogers because we can counter a 7. So this should just be a win here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, the restand events are really big in this matchup, clearly. As you can clearly see. But we got rid of the Newgate and the Rayleigh. And Roger does brick up a lot because he has no filter, right? Other than the Gabon, they really do have no filter. That's why they're playing 0 costs, where most decks at the minute, not really on the 0 costs. But yeah, if he defended one of those hits, I'd have just continued to plow into the board. It's fine. We just continue to plow on the board. The Law is a blocker at this point, so that's quite useful. And we've got enough counter, I think, such that we don't... we never die. And we can probably defend our Shigi and then use these to go for game next turn. Because if he defended one of these, instead of having this many cards, he'd have had 4. You know? We'll just block 2k, I guess. Is he going to split with the weenies, I guess, maybe? I'm not taking that, though, just in case he plays Red Roger, although he would have done that first, I guess, so... I don't know. I don't think we ever lose here. I just don't think we ever lose here. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll find out. Maybe we can still lose, huh? Certainly not with that. And then what, 8? Well, we can counter the 8. So if he swings this 7 into leader, we'll just take this. 8. What, 8 to Law? What are we doing here, sir? 8 to Law. No. And then this is Uta, I guess. No, no, he can't play Uta. He doesn't have a 10,000 power character. Sure. Okay. Is it worth it to DMG? DMG down these, potentially takes 6k counter away from him. Let's go 7. I think it's definitely worth it to go 7 again. No, I'm not using that now. If he used it now, we'll just go 14. There's no way you had 2-2-1. Yeah, there's just no way. You'd have countered last turn. Definitely. Yeah, GG's though. Close game. Roger always bricks up at the end there. Strictly speaking, probably the best line right there was to just DMG before swinging with these. But because he used one to counter out of a 6, it's like... Okay, man, you just have no counter. You clearly just have no counter. So he could have been bluffing the events. You know, although we were fairly sure he at least won. Regardless... Yeah, well played to our opponent. I think should have just maybe gone with the Roger or commit to a full split. But, hey, we got the win anyway. Got a Zoro Mirror I'm going to take first. No, I don't think that's good enough, no. Not bad, Toshigi. I'd love to have seen a Perona. We do have a 2k. We'll go with the Hiyori to start off with. Hopefully at least distract him a little bit, I guess. But yeah, Toshigi is just it's the card we need in Mirror. Toshigi, when you resound events, Law's also pretty good. He's got the Hiyori. It's actually quite tempting to go 8 here and then just 8 here and ignore this. But we're going to need Toshigi next turn. Do we just ignore this and go 7 lead? He's got a Toshigi of his own. Next turn, if he has the Zoro, Hmm. I think I'll just activate it, and then we'll swing into the Hiyori. I don't want to give him more Hiyoris. I really don't. I think here I'm going to opt for the DMG. That is all our DMGs gone if we don't take one. We've got 2Ks, which is going to be nice for defending our Toshigi. Cavendish could be okay if he doesn't go with anything too crazy this turn. We could go with Cavendish into Toshigi. I might take Karina, though. Because Karina could be nice next turn still. And then I will attack the Hiyori. Because I want it gone. Maybe could have gone 8-8 there. 8-8 may be better there. Not sure. Not sure. The fact that neither of us have Peronas is a little odd, because you want to keep one of these surges on the board, right? For the lore plays. But neither of us have found Peronas yet. So I think taking out his Hiyori to deny his lore play is maybe compelling. But we'll see. Okay, he does have Perona. Might just go 8-8 then. Has the Helmeppo. Yeah, 8-8. Takes out Hiyori. Yep, deals the damage. That's fine. Now I wish I had that Cavendish. 3 laws. 3 laws may be too many. I think we will just go with the Shigi though regardless. We'll rest this. 1, 2, 3. We can at least deny the law this way. Take out the Perona, then deal the damage. We can defend this with the 2Ks. Then, worst case scenario, I mean, hopefully we find like a cheap card off the top deck, all the life. Yeah. We're going to see 9 into there. We'll go 2K, 1K. Then we'll take the swing. Okay, pretty bad one actually. I guess we're just looping the Toshigi then, huh? Yeah, I guess we're just looping the Toshigi. Go 7 lead. At least we've got some more 2Ks. Go 9 Toshigi and then 9 lead. Yeah, just looping the Toshigis fine. 9 into 7 does actually demand 2 cards, which is somewhat compelling. But that's okay. Yeah, looping the Chigi there is fine, I think. We're going to see 7. If we can defend this, we could maybe go for game next turn. It's going to be tough, though. I think we just take this one. I think we have to take this one. I think we let this one go. I don't want to give him 3 cards. And I don't have 3 2Ks, so we'll have to let that one go. Okay, we do draw another Chigi. He could maybe kill us here. But can we maybe kill him? Possibly. We have 2, 3, 4, 5K in hand. We can go Perona Law to Shigi. It's okay. Just start with 7. See what he wants to do with that. Gives us 2 cards. Gives us 2 cards. Do we die to 12, like 6, 7, 12, 12? We can counter the 6 and counter the 7. We would die to just 1 restand event. If we take out the Chigi, do we die with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Close, but still no cigar. We do still die to just restand event. If we play the Law, though, that can block the Law's swing, for example, if we can take out the Chigi. We might have to play multiple blockers here. We might have to play Law and Koshiro. Then that would mean our swing is quite weak. Swing 8 into 6 here. Because if we go for it... No, it's never going to go through if we go for it. Never going to go through. If this Prona finds like a 2k, we're not in that bad a spot. Okay, does find a 2k. Let's take that. Then we'll go 6 Don, not for that. 6 Don for law. Pick up this. Play this. Rest this. 3 here. Now, if we go 10, the law is quite likely to die. If it doesn't, this blocks this, and we can block the 6. 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. We just die unless this is a 1k. We better off playing Koshiro. Or we could go 9 and play Perona, but that only benefits if we see a 2k. We know there's no DMGs coming up. I think I'm just going to attack the law. He can probably save it, but it is calling him out to go for it. And if this is a 1k, I think we'd live. If he does have another Toshigi, he can obviously rest the law. But then that's 2 Dons gone. That's just correct. Let me see what numbers he goes. If he has double resound events, that'll be tougher. Well, we're taking this one, and then we just see. We're always taking that, obviously. Yep. Is it a 1k? It's a 1k. That means we're good, right? Unless I did my maths wrong. 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that should be GG's. I mean, I guess we might as well battle this first, right? For a laugh. Yeah, GG's. Close mirror there. Both of us kind of whiffed a little bit in the early game. Only saw 1 Toshigi each. I think if I'd taken that Cavendish, maybe that could have put us in better stead than... what was it that I took early game? It was a... Did I end up just taking a 2k? Because every 2k mat... No, I took a Kuina. Yeah, I think if I took the Cavendish and played the Cavendish instead of the first Toshigi, that could have been good, but then he would have had the Perona to pick up with the Law. So actually taking that out wasn't that bad. Not sure. I've definitely still got more to learn in this matchup, but we got there just about with the counter in the end. We mathed it out. If he'd had double restand events, we would have lost, but yeah, double restand events would have been pretty crazy. Moving to Emu, we really need to high roll this one. I don't see any of my high roll pieces, so mulligan. Okay, we still no high roll pieces. It might just be cooked, honestly. We'll see what we can do here, though. Maybe the top deck will save us. Trash of 5 Elders. That's not going to save us. We don't have anything else to do. I guess I'll just swing 8. Cool. At least he takes 1. Something. Yeah, this hand is bad. This hand is straight up bad. No Shiggies. He's going to swing, though. I'll gladly take. 3 Don for Garcia Saturn. Sure. Okay, so this guy is not that experienced with the matchup because you definitely should starve. However, our poor start may come back to bite us. We'll see about that. The Kosher is good. We could go Cav Kosh here. Or we could go Zoro for 2. Kosh for 2. Perona, swing 5. And hopefully find like a Law or a Toshigi. I think that's... We can even go Zoro. If we go Zoro, we'll have what? No, we can't go Zoro. We don't have to. Talking rubbish. It's Cav Kosh or Zoro Perona Kosh. I think I prefer Zoro Perona Kosh. So that is all our done, right? Yeah, that's all our done. So we're just swinging 5. Zoro, we stand 2. Perona. That's not what I wanted to see. I guess take a second Koshiro. The DMG would have been okay as well, but I think I prefer the second Kosh. And then we'll deploy the Kosh and pass. He's presumably going to be looking for Mars here. What do you go for the Saturn? It was a Valkyrie. Yeah. I'm going to defend this one because this could be like swing 7. Am I that scared of going down super aggressively? Nah, fuck it. We're just going to keep taking. Shalria, okay, doesn't have what he wants, which is presumably Mars. There's Mars. Okay, we'll kill off the Shalria. And then 3 for Mars. Probably only swinging max 6. Mars can blow up our Kosh. We do another one, which is great. He's great. Yeah, kills the Shalria. Trash the Valkyrie, so we know very little about his hand. Now. 7 in trash, so the effect is online. I'm going to counter this one. No blocker. I actually think the second... What are we doing next turn? 7 Don. We're going to be playing out this, because he's going to Mars this. Still no Shigi, but we can take out Saturn, I guess. So 7, we can go Cavendish. We'll have 4. We could Cavendish, Zoro, and Koshiro. That's not too bad. So I guess we give a 2k here. We don't... I guess we don't get to take out the carrot, the Saturn. Yeah. But I think going wide here is going to be the way. Because we can protect all our stuff from getting KO'd again. Trash is Peter. Hiyori's not terribly interesting. Let's go 5. So it's Cavendish is 5, then we restand 2, Zoro, and then we restand 2, Koshiro. Yeah, so it's literally just 5 with lead. So he is accumulating events, but this does at least deny some of the value, right? Denies some of the value. If you'll entertain my cope. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky when you don't see... Okay, he takes down to 2 already. That's a good sign. So go Cavendish, restand 2. Zoro, restand 2. Koshiro, end of turn. Zoro stands up. Now 8 Don, interesting position here. Don't think this Mars will attack. Saturn probably will attack. Not sure about the leader. Probably also will, but how much? I'm undecided. We don't know if he plays Charlos yet, so the Apu could still be useful. I don't really want to take a ton of swings here, because then we might die next turn, and I want at least one more turn if we don't win on this turn. So I'm going to go no blocker and give him the Hiyori here. I think that's fine. I'm presuming there's going to be at least one Valkyrie coming out here. Maybe Mars. Mars Valkyrie would be very good if he has that exact play. Because he could blow up our Koshiro again. Does just kill the Saturn. That's sensible. There's Mars. Okay, so he's probably not on Charlos because he's on Stussy. That's good to know at least. And then the best play here for him, I think, is Valkyrie. But Valkyrie be 0 events. I'm gonna take this. Cavendish is bad. Just leaves up 4 for events. Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, could go with 2 restand events here, but I think 1 is fine. Let's see how he responds to some of these swings here, right? The 5s and 6s. Could also put 3 on Perona and attack with her this turn. That's not a bad option. That's not a bad option, to be fair. Gives a 2k there. Let's go another 5. Just a 2k there. If we go, we can go 10, 10, 6, 5. We need to do the 10 first, though, so that we can get the restand off. If I put 3 on Perona, yeah, I can't restand enough Dons. So we're going 10. Six. The sequencing kind of is bad, but we're getting max value here, which is pretty good. And we got the life. We've got him down to 1, which is good. Just block that with the Mars. Should probably block with this with the Mars as well. That's fine, but then we're going to be either... we also have the leader effect, right? Oh, no, we don't. We haven't battled a character. I'm talking shit. But yeah, you can give us a never existed and a 2k here. If he has one, but we've got quite a lot of 2ks. There's another Peter. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2ks. Only 2 events. And then the turn, these guys stand up. We're going to know a lot about his hand here, right? Because he's going to 10 Elders, obviously. We probably can't save the Cavendish. I don't think so. There's the Elders. Ditches a Shalria. Here comes the Goons. Yeah, we're going to lose our Cavendish to this Nosturo, for sure. Mars is going to blow up one of these, but we're going to know quite a lot about his hand, because he's got a Saturn first, right? Saturn grabs a 5 Elders. That's a bad card, because it's a brick. We are really looking to draw either Kuina or Tashigi here as well. Either of those would be great. But the resound event is a nice start. It's a nice start. You got a Mars, right? You got to blow out one of the Zoros. Do we know he's a brick? 7 to 4. No, we let this go. There's no point defending this. There's no point defending this. And this should take out the Perona, I think. Okay, so he has 2 cards that could be not bricks. I don't think they should take out this Perona just because you don't want to give us another card here. Yeah. Ooh. Going wide is good. Going wide is what we need. So that's 3, 6. It's like 9, 5, 9, 9, 9. It's the only line, right? Yeah, if we drew Karina there, that would be incredible. If we'd drawn Karina to rest the Valkyrie, that would have been really, really good. But alas. Let's pop the Valkyrie there at least. That's nice to have him out of the way. He's got to counter 2 of these, right? Yeah, he's got to counter 2 9s. Can he do it? We know there's 1 brick. I don't think we know anything else. Takes that one. 9. It's going to be close. It's going to be close for sure, but this Mars doesn't do anything now, which is good. If he blocks, we just restand, obviously. So he needs 2 events and 2 counter cards, because we know this is a 5 Elders. Okay, this needs to be a 2k then. Okay, if he has a vent, yeah, it's just going to come down to what these last 2 cards are. They were not what he needed. Oh, close to the never existed on the top there. Yeah, if he kept the Shalria and tossed the Elders, I think what he should have done there is countered out this Zoro swing for 1k. Because he has the 2 blockers, he can actually block 1 swing. Although if we have Karina then at that point, he gets Giga punished. Although if I had Karina, I think I always play it first, right? I think you have to assume your opponent's... I don't know, actually. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. Maybe all he had was these two, and like the 1k Nosturo. Maybe this came off the life or the draw from Walkery. And then giving up one of your events to counter out of 5 kind of stinks. Because that makes it very, very difficult to counter out of any of these. But yeah, if he countered that, let's think. We go 999. He blocks twice, gets the draw. He only has to counter 1-9. Right? Because he can go block, we restand. That undoes that. He blocks again. We restand with the event. Go 9. He can take. And we go restand event. And he can go 9. He can counter that. So yeah, he had to counter a 5 and a 9 if he'd have countered that Zoro, which would have got him there. If he had this Nosturo at the time when we swung with Zoro. Yeah, a lot of ifs and maybes, actually. Yeah, a lot of ifs and maybes. Regardless, very close game. We were quite lucky there, I think, to draw enough restand events late on. Because our start was not good. No Tashigis, we didn't get the Mihawk Zoro combo. The turn, though, with Cavendish Zoro Koshiro was really, really good. So, hey, well played to your opponent. Let's move on. So let me know, what do you think of the deck? What do you think of the games? But regardless, I do think Zoro is in a very good place at the minute. He's probably the easiest of the big three to play. Emu's definitely the hardest. I think Ace and Zoro's probably a little bit easier. So if you are a little bit less experienced with the game, I think Zoro is a very good deck to play. It's also really cheap. Currently in the EU, these Peronas are going for about £5. The Mihawks are going for about £6 or £7. And then Cavendish, I've seen these as low as £3. And the rest of the deck is very cheap indeed. So really you are spending, what's that, like 24, maybe just over £50 for the whole deck. Which for a meta build of the number, like top 3 deck, that seems pretty good value to me. Regardless, I really like this deck. Let me know, what do you think about it? The one card that I haven't really had time to test with yet is the Tenkos Shanks. I understand it's pretty good into Roger, but generally my games are going pretty quick, man. You know? Not exclusively into Roger, obviously, but just in general. I'm winning usually on like my first Tendon turn, maybe the second one. Maybe the Shanks could be pretty cool for a bit of longevity, but I do actually like both the options on the DMG. The extra bit of counter to surprise your opponent, and also the resting obviously sometimes comes up. But regardless, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.